Yo, what is up, relationship geeks and freaks? Jayson Gaddis back with another episode of the Relationship School's Smart Couple podcast. How's it going? You guys gearing up for the holidays here in the States and perhaps around the world? We have Thanksgiving coming up and, of course, Hanukkah, Christmas, Kwanzaa, etc., New Year's. The year is winding down. I'm so curious how it was for you. A lot of people got beat up this year, metaphorically, punched in the balls or mouth or maybe just an ear flick. You know, again, these are all metaphors, guys. Stay with me. And other people had a very uplifting, inspiring, dominating, successful kind of year. So I'm curious, as you wind down, are you reflecting? Or maybe you're too busy dealing with what's in front of you, like I am sometimes. Ooh, it's been an intense quarter already for me. Yeah. Okay, today, this podcast, of course, by the way, for you new folks, is all about relationships. And specifically, we drill down into long-term relationship because that seems to be the most challenging one, but I would argue the most fulfilling one. If you can figure this one out, your life is going to dramatically, the possibilities are going to expand for you. And why is that? Because the intimate relationship is like a cornerstone in your life. And it becomes you become a family, the two of you. And from this place, you have this amazing resource to spring from and to tackle all of the challenges. You don't have to face it all alone. And you single people know what I'm talking about, as you might long for that kind of partner. So just know it's coming, and you're the kind of person that's going to make that happen when that partner comes into your life, because that's how you roll. You're just this kind of person, right? All right, have faith. Keep believing in yourself. No scarcity mindset, single people. There's 7 billion people on this planet, all right? Your partner's out there. Okay, I want to drill down into family for a minute and talk about it because it's coming up, all right? And I'm going to be doing a live webinar on family drama. I do this almost every year, and I put something out about family drama around this time of year because you, like the rest of us, struggle with the family of origin, the people you grew up with, your siblings, your parents, your cousins, your aunts and uncles, your relatives, your grandparents, your children, if you're parents. This is just a triggering time. And you don't see any commercials about family drama. You might see some sitcoms about it, but the commercials sell like, yeah, we're all happy. Everything's happy at Christmas and we're all happy, happy, happy. And most of it's such bullshit. Okay. There's moments of happiness, but holidays can be very challenging. Financially, they're stressful, gift-wise, obligations, arguments, politics, cutoffs, people you haven't seen in a while, tension that's unresolved between family members. You know, you're walking into rooms because it's your family and you can't avoid it. It's like, it's my family, I gotta go. With people who can't deal and won't deal. And that's stressful. So my aim here is to help you. All right. And the first thing we're going to start with is just the high level, as I always do, with kind of a context for you to step into. And as many of you know, I grew up with a great family and we had great holidays, and I was hiding behind a veneer of who they wanted me to be more than who I actually am. And yeah, truths, parts of me, like little moments of me obviously would come out, of course. But I learned to be who my family wanted me to be versus who I actually am, because that created less pain and drama in my family. So a lot of you are in families where you kind of can't be yourself. That's how it feels, right? You've got to, or the only way to make your family happy and get off your back is to be that person, that boy or girl who they've always wanted you to be, whether that's successful or a certain job or a certain status or a certain behavior. You're the performer, you're the nice guy, you're invisible, you're don't have any needs, you're the mediator. Whatever your role is, it's important for you to look at what that is. And I guarantee you there's a cost. There's a benefit and there's a cost. Look at both. Look at what you get out of that role. Maybe you get praise, validation. You get to be introduced to certain people because it's all special. And maybe you get, the cost is like you're abandoning yourself. You're betraying who you are. You have to override your innate knowing to be in relationship with these people. And the reason the family of origin is so hard is because it's the people we spent the most time with for the most consecutive years, right? Day in and day out, think about it, 18 years for most of us at least, we spent with these people. All right, so 18 years times 365 is 6,570 days. So let's do this. 6,570 days times 24 hours in a day. That's 157,680 hours you've spent with these people. That's a long time. That is triggering. I noticed this with my own kids. We have a great relationship with our kids, Ellen and I. And, when you're around each other all the time, it's like someone wants space. So then like a fight gets created or someone's always like, my kids, one of them starts crying and it's like, now we're in this thing. It's just, it's just part of the deal of being in a family. And, hats off to your parents for doing the best they could. I really believe that. I used to not believe that. I was like, that's bullshit. They could have read books and didn't. Remember, they did the best they could for who they were and their values. Had they been you, yeah, they could have done better. But they weren't you. They were themselves with all the stresses and shit they had going on in their life. They did the best they could. It doesn't let the hurt off the hook. You can still have hurt feelings there. But as I say in my courses a lot, there's no need to stay angry and hurt with your parents and carry that to your grave. You can actually complete your baggage with your parents. I went to therapy for years, angry at my parents. And the joke is, right, people go to therapy and then their relationship with their parents gets worse because people start realizing, my parents weren't perfect. And they start beating up on their parents for all the balls they dropped as parents. But the truth is, while therapy or coaching and interpersonal processes can unveil things that actually happened that were painful for you, that shouldn't be an opportunity to blame anybody. It's an opportunity to heal, period. It's an opportunity for you to get in the driver's seat of your reactivity and learn how to love even those who have hurt you. Okay? So, my friend Terri, Cole and I, Terri runs the Boundary Bootcamp, if you've ever heard of her. She's awesome. Had her on the podcast. Let's check it out. Podcast number 156. Okay? The podcast was Setting Boundaries with Ease, Grace, and Love. Okay, that was a very popular episode with Terri. Did really well. Terry's a good friend, and we're going to jam on holiday drama. And we've created a fun, I said, Terri, do you want to do this holiday drama hotline with me? And we had this fun idea, and I invited her into that, and she's like, hell yeah. So right before Thanksgiving, we're going to help you with your holiday drama, all right? But the very first thing here is to get you in the driver's seat of wanting to do it differently and being the mature person in your family. Because you're listening to this podcast, you're into growth and development. You're the kind of person that listens to podcasts, read books. You might go to therapy. You might get a relationship coach here at the school. You might be working on yourself. Chances are you are, right? You might have been to a Tony Robbins seminar. You might have been to Landmark. Who knows? But you're the type of person that works on yourself, at least to some degree. That's who we are here at this podcast. If that's not you, I probably can't help you. So you might not want to listen to this podcast. But if that is you, which it is you because you're listening still, then we look in the mirror and we look at our side and our part And I'm going to challenge you to not stay angry at your parents and siblings and whoever you're upset with, that you're the mature person that stands tall and says, I will do this differently myself. I don't need to change everybody, but that's the first step, by the way. The first, not step, but first phase everybody goes through when you have family. When you start to wake up to that your family was like kind of painful, you're like, oh my gosh. Or the first step is when you get on the personal growth path, you want to share it. You want to share the love. So you're like, I love my family, so I'm going to go try to get my mom to listen to this podcast. I'm going to try to change my brother because he's an addict, or I'm going to change my sister because she's a workaholic and she really needs this. She's in a dysfunctional marriage. And you go on this little mission to try to change your family. Feel free, but it's not going to work. People don't like that approach, if you haven't noticed. So 2 things. The mindset here is I will grow through my family challenges, and I'm going to use the holidays as an opportunity. And number 2 is I will be the most mature person in my family that can deal with the drama. I'm willing to step into that role because I'm that capable. And sometimes that means I am just the person that's going to set the most boundaries and walk away. That's fine. You don't have to be the referee anymore. You don't have to be the mediator. You don't have to be the coach or the therapist in the family. You can just be the strong person that says, guys, I'm not playing by these rules. Because whenever you play by their rules, you're lowering yourself to their level and agreeing. And then they're in charge. They're in charge. And no wonder you blame them for how you feel about the drama. So let's help you get in the driver's seat, okay? Change your mindset and step into being that mature person. You got this, all right? Okay, now I want you to go to this webpage, relationshipschool.net/hotline, because we are going to be your hotline right before you prep for Thanksgiving, okay? Right before that turkey gets sliced, right before you sit down and the political conversation comes up Thursday morning or Thursday night and everybody's had a few glasses of wine and someone gets offended, or Friday morning people are hungover and pissed and they're just going to go shop to take the pain away. You're going to have some tools and you're going to have the mindset and be prepped for dealing with everything from conflict to boundaries and really just standing up for yourself, okay? Okay, so we're going to help you set a bold intention for Thanksgiving. Okay, we'll help you navigate the most triggering of people. We're going to tell you where to choose your battles and how to do that, how to set boundaries, how to protect yourself and your partner, how to have each other's back. You do not want to go into the holidays throwing your partner under the bus, right? Not cool. How do you have each other's backs? Okay, we'll talk about that. And if you want to let's say you have a decent relationship with your family and you just want to take a relationship deeper. You want to go off in the corner with your cousin or your grandfather and have a conversation about your ancestry and try to deepen that conversation. We'll give you a few tips on that. Okay. So this is going to be fun. Bring a glass of wine, popcorn, some tea, and snuggle up with someone you care about or alone, and be prepared to laugh, cry, and have fun. All right. This is going to be a good time. Okay. We've never done this exact thing before. So Terri, Cole, and I are going to serve it up Thanksgiving dinner style to you on the personal growth front. All right. relationshipschool.net/hotline to register. All right. We'll see you in there. Bring your questions early if you want. You can email us at info@relationshipschool.net. Just put in family drama in the subject line. Thanks, everybody. Here is to a splendid November and December.